Hello, and welcome to my final exam. My name is Princess Dinar Zabal, BS Infotech 1B. In this video, I will discuss about creating, updating, deleting, and search record. The introduction, the ability to create, read, update, and delete items in a web application is crucial to most full-stack projects. CRUD is too important to be ignored. So learning it first can really improve confidence within an unfamiliar stacks. The goal is when learning a new database query language or programming language is how to perform CRUD actions. CRUD is frequently used in database and database design cases. Without CRUD operations, software developers can't get anything done. Most applications have some form of CRUD functionality. In fact, every programmer has had to deal with CRUD at some point. Not to mention a CRUD application is one that utilizes forms to retrieve and return database from a database. The first reference to CRUD operation came from Chaim Kilov in 1990 in an article titled From Semantic to Object-Oriented Data Modeling. However, the term was first made popular by James Martin's 1983 book, Managing the Database Environment. CRUD operations are tables with rows and columns make up a relation database. Each row a table is referred to as tuple or a record in a relational database. Each table column represents a distinct property or field. This could be done with code or with the help application designer has a lot of possibilities to conduct process. One of the most efficient options is to establish the collection of stored procedures in SQL. When SQL Server executes an SQL statement, the relational engine checks the procedure catch to determine if an existing plan for the SQL statement exists, and if so, it uses the plan to reduce need for SQL statement. Optimization, parsing, and recompiling. So this is the table that we're going to see later on in my program. This is the table, all of the table going to display. The pseudocode is here. You can see what are the what are the what are you going to expect to be seen in my program later on. This is the flowchart where you can see how to put all or how to create, update, delete, search, and display. So if we select option 1, you have to put the applicant name, the age, gender, marks, year graduated, course, and contact. So if you select option 2, you have to update it by name. If you already if you put the name of someone you wanted to update you, and then put the newest name, age, gender, marks, year graduated, applicant, course, and contact number. If you're to delete name, you select option number 3, delete by name, and end. Search, select option 4, search by name, then the applicant records will show. If you're to display, select option 5, search by name, and the applicant records will show. This is the source code that I made. So these are the 4 libraries that we are going to use. The fstream for file input and input and output stream. So when we write something to the file or text file, we will use the fstream. Using namespace for standard input-output command, then next declare a constant variable so we can expand the array, changing where in maximum rows or maximum record that I'm going to add is only 10. So if can easily adjust the number of how by changing the constant number. Then we need 7 array variable to enter name, age, gender, mark, year graduated, course, contact number. The data type is string, so if I will add more columns, the add prompt, so the user enter an applicant name. Since it's accepting input, so we will use the CIN get line command and use the variable applicant name. This is the syntax of CIN get line, and the variable and the buffer num or the size will add another something prompt for applicant. Then we create the menu. Need an option variable to store the option variable used to as corresponding command, then add the menu. In this menu, we will put inside the dual loop. So this is the menu. Because this menu will always on display by the time that the user will hit the 6th number, we add condition to the while. So while option is not X, meaning the user will enter any character which is not equal to 6 or it will not exit. This part of program will be executed, or this window will always display to our screen except when the user will not enter a 6th number. Since we as an option, we need an input statement command to store enter number. Then put CIN, the option variable, to any number that will be expressed by user. Will be stored in option variable. The option variable will be checked while if either the condition here are true or false. As long as it is true, this window will be displayed. Then we create the switch option. So for example, the user will press 1 will create a function that will create record. When the user press 2, we will create a function that will update record, and 3 we will create a function that delete the record. 4 we will create a function that search the record. 5 we will create a function that display the record. We will add switch option. Case number 1. If the user press num1 option, we will all the add record function. Then we will clear the screen, then break to terminate this code. Then we will add the function called add record. So the add record to return variable. So we will declare as void the add two variables. When is char, we have a buffer of character and have have if we will have. Next, we will create loop. We'll check if the array is empty or not. If the array is empty, the index will will be loaded by a record since it's occupied by another record. So we will skip another index. Then those array will on empty value. These two inputs will be stored on that array. But first, if the array has already value, it will be ignored. That's why we need a looping statement. So this is the output that came out to my program. If here is the example of create records, you select option number 1, put the applicant name, the age, gender, marks, year graduated, course, and contact number. In this picture number 2, if you select option 2, you have to update by name. So you have to put someone that use create from the beginning, and if you wanted to update the name, you just have to click number 2. So you have to update by name, then you put the new name that you're going to update, and then the age, gender, marks, year graduated, course, and contact number. In this photo, it will if you wanted to delete someone name, you just have to select option number 3 and put the name here, delete by name. So all the records of Ray will be deleted. This is search record. If you're going to search record, you have to type the name, and all of the record of Taylor will be shown up here. This is the display record. If you click the option 5, and all those records that you put will be on display. So this is the display record. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed.